A convicted murderer and rapist on the loose. While this was not the first time a prisoner managed to escape from a correctional facility in the country, the slow pace at which authorities moved to deal with the matter has raised many questions. Dr. Simon Howell of the University of Cape Town Centre for Criminology says this case illustrates the continued failure of the justice system and the police mechanisms in South Africa.
The Thabo Bester case also illustrates that the conviction or the correction centres themselves may not be particularly safe, and this can of course cause damage to people and of course make them feel scared that the people may escape in the future. The case is illustrative essentially of the way in which the correction centres are being poorly managed or mismanaged, and even in many cases so is that offenders are not really secure or kept in secure facilities, and of course this has an impact on the mental and physical safety of the people who have been victim of the offences.
MP said of bigger concern was that Bester's victims were not informed of his escape.
The South African public, citizens who live in this country are entitled, because your job is to make sure they're safe living in this country. That's your job. And you allow a serial rapist and murderer to run around doing as he pleases while you know that that's the case, and you don't inform the citizens of this country. It's an absolute disgrace that the victims of this man were not warned, were not prepared, were not protected. It's an absolute disgrace, and you should hang your head in shame.
The chairperson of the Subcommittee on Correctional Services says Parliament takes this matter very seriously.
This is a well-planned, coordinated and managed walkout from lawful custody by the serial rapist and murderer, Thabo Bester. In our view, this represents a culmination of the rot that seems to have taken place for long periods in this Mangaung Correctional Center. It points towards dysfunctionality and bigger problems. This is not a mere anonymous, smarter, daring escape that you would have observed and witnessed before in the Kgosi Mampuru Correctional Center. We are going to have to take this into account when the committee meets to consider all evidence presented to it. As we produce the report and make recommendations to the National Assembly, it's clear in our view that there must be consequences.
Janki says MPs have to find a way to get to the bottom of this matter, saying this could just be the tip of the iceberg. Abra Barbia, SABC News, Parliament.